Tonight, I go somewhere near Milan. Right, so we're in Milan, kind of. I examine a toilet. Many famous footballers went in that toilet. And I become a little disheartened. So I'm doing this for no reason. It's quite disheartening, that. Good morning, viewers. The time is now 3:54 AM. Now, what am I doing traipsing about Milan at 3:54 AM? Well, my next flight is to Milan, so it's a bit more exotic today. That's your surprise over under me. And basically, my flight's at 6:15, and the first bus from Milan to the airport is about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's not going to get me there in time to go on the plane. As we seen yesterday at Dublin, I just about missed the flight. So, what have I decided to do? Get up stupidly early and walk all the way to the airport. It's 4.2 kilometres and Google reckons that's going to take me 50 minutes to walk there. But I reckon if I get a charge on, then I'll be there in no time. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with watching me walk all the way up to the airport. I'm just going to go for it, get a charge on, get there, and I'll speak to you soon. Alright? It is very cold and it is very tired, but we're just going to have to push through. I've got the leftover croissant from yesterday in my bag. That'll keep me going for just now. But anyways, let's go. I had a nap after I got to the apartment yesterday and checked in, and I really wish I hadn't, because I got up, watched the Formula 1 qualifying, and then literally couldn't get back to sleep. So I've had like virtually no sleep again. So fingers crossed I can catch up on some Zeds on this plane again, because I think it's going to be a long day. Like, this is very early in the morning to have no sleep and stay up all day. I think one thing about this trip is that it is seriously depriving me of sleep. It's starting to catch up on me now. Probably sleep for a week when I get back home. Right, I thought the first bus in the morning was about 5 o'clock, but no word they'll lie. I'm literally walking the last bit up to the airport now, and I've just seen the airport bus drive past me. So I'm doing this for no reason. It's quite disheartening, that. Thank God for that. We're here. Right, so thank God we arrived at the airport, 4:37. So made it in good time. I did see a load of them buses though, so thanks Google for telling me that there was no buses at that time. Greatly appreciated. Just walked 4 kilometres for nothing. But anyway, we'll go to Milan today, let's focus on that. Let's get through security and let's go get this flight.
2 hours later.
Right, so we're in Milan. Kind of. What we discovered for as long as we're doing these videos. Anytime you fly with Ryanair to an airport that is the name of a city followed by another place after it, normally means that that place is nowhere near the city. So anyway, welcome to Milan Bergamo Airport, which is an hour from Milan. So we're going to need to try and sort how we're going to get to Milan from here. There's loads of buses here, so I need to go inside, see what the script is with tickets and stuff like that. But I've already got anxiety for trying to make the flight at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But we'll need to just think of a way for sorting that. Let's go and get some tickets to get to Milan anyway. Right, bus tickets sorted, €20 for a return, and there's one bus back to Milan, back to Bergamo at 4 AM tomorrow morning, so that should get us here for the 7 AM flight. Just like Denmark, Italy is a country I've never been to before, so I could tick this off the list as well. 2 countries in the one weekend I've never been to.
1 hour later.
Right, so finally, welcome to Milan. Christ, it's been a long day already and it's only 10 o'clock. So what's the plan for today, I hear you ask? Well, first things first, it's going to be much the same as yesterday. Go and get some food from somewhere because I'm absolutely starving, because I've been up since 3:30 this morning. Then I've got a tour of the San Siro Stadium booked. Obviously the San Siro Stadium's closing soon and they're going to be building a new one. So this is really a good chance to get in there and see it before, you know, it shuts down forever. So we're going to go get some food, then we're going to get up to the San Siro and start this tour. Croissants number 2 and 3 of this morning, the savoury kind though, accompanied with some lemon juice. Right, so croissants have been scanned. Now we've actually got a bit of spare time before we need to go down to the San Siro. So we're going to do a quick bit of sightseeing before we need to head down there. I want to go see the Duomo di Milano, which is meant to be the biggest church in Italy. It's going to hold about 40,000 people, so we're going to head down there. Look at these pure old buildings, man, honestly, they're beautiful stuff. Like, every building around here is fantastically sculptured with loads of decorations round about it and made out of stone. Really nice to see. Right, let's see what the script is with the metro, see if it's worth jumping it or whether we actually have to pay it. This should be interesting. Right, looked like it was contactless and then I tried to use my card, it didn't work. However, some gentleman in front of me used his card and I just jumped in behind him and jumped through. It'd be fine. Looks like we are just in time as well. Right, train ride completed, just need to jump through my old friend, the barriers now, again. Fingers crossed for me. Result. And there it is, the minute you walk out the station. Wow. Right, so that is the Duomo di Milano, or however you pronounce it. I'm not Italian, so I wouldn't know. And it is the 5th largest Christian church in the world, as you can see. Look at the sheer size of it. I'm going to have to get a bit closer to show you this, but there's 3,400 statues across the front of this thing and all the way around. All hundreds of tiny little figurines. I say tiny, they look tiny from here, but they're definitely not when you get close up to them, they're massive. But there's 3,400 of them scattered around the walls of the outside of this church. So anyway, here's some of them. Obviously there's a lot more scattered the whole way around the whole thing. But here's a few examples, and as you can see, they're definitely still taller than I am. And look at the detail in them. The detail in them is absolutely spectacular. To think this thing is over 600 years old as well. You can pay to get inside and have a little tour about inside, but I don't think we have time for that today, as we're only here for one day, as you know. So the San Siro is calling my name, so we'll have to give inside a miss today. However, I'm definitely going to go have a look around the outside and have a look at some more of these statues. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? And absolutely no wonder it's this beautiful. It took over 600 years to complete. So think if you were taking 6 centuries to build something, you'd want it to be as beautiful as that was anyway. It's absolutely heaving here today, as you can see. Look at the amount of folk in this square. Loads and loads and loads. You can tell this is an expensive bit, like. You see all the shops with like clothing brands, you know, like Prada and Gucci and stuff like that. And then they're all accompanied with other clothing brands that names that you don't even recognise. You know they're expensive, but you never even heard of them before. Yeah, I feel like I'm certainly a bit underdressed for being here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm wearing a bloody Al-Ahly top and a pair of cargo trousers, which I really need to get changed into my shorts that I brought, considering I only brought shorts to come here. Because I wasn't gonna need them in Dublin or in Milan either. I was freezing in Milan this morning. Now anyway, enough of the sightseeing. It's time to head to the San Siro, which also means bumping some more metros. So, wish me luck. This isn't as busy, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. There's a guy watching over there as well. Turns out you can do it by contactless. I was hitting the wrong bit before, but avoid it at all costs. And I think the train's here because a lot of folk are coming up here now. I just realised that my water that I bought is plant-based water, as opposed to what? Meat-based water. Now I just want to say before we get to the San Siro that my knowledge in football is very, very limited. I don't know much about football. All I know is I'm wearing the football top of the most successful football club in the world, and if you support a team in Scotland that wears blue shirts and you want to argue about that in the comments, then feel free, drop a comment down below and we can have an argument. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Just going to go in my open mind, see what it's all like. I've literally no idea what I'm looking at, but hey ho, let's go. All I know about the San Siro is that AC Milan and Inter Milan both play here, which I think is a bit strange considering they're city rivals and they both play at the same stadium. You could not imagine that happening in like Glasgow or even Edinburgh for that matter. It just wouldn't happen. It'd be absolute carnage and bloodshed if that happened. The only other thing I know about it is that it's due to close soon. They're building a new one, I think. So this is realistically going to be a good chance to see it before they eventually shut it. Right, well, I'm guessing that that's it here. Hard to miss it. Kinda wish I brought the drone. I could fly it up around the top in that, though. Maybe get arrested for doing that. I don't really know what the drone legality is in Italy, but it would be nice to fly it round about there. Looks busy up here at the ticket office. Thankfully I've already got my ticket. I'm keen prepared today. Bought my ticket online, cost me £27. I don't know how much it'll be to actually buy here. Probably knowing my luck, it'll be less. But anyways, we're prepared, we can just jump straight in. See these big tower things like here and here? Why do they look like turkey Twizzlers? Right, so it looks like you start the tour by going in the museum here, and I think you get like a limited amount of time to explore in there. Then you come out, I've just seen the group come out, you go along there, and you go into the stadium, and then I'm guessing that's where the stadium tour starts. Right, well that's backfired. Apparently that's not actually my ticket, that's a voucher for a ticket, so I need to go stand in the queue anyway. And there was me getting all smug about jumping the queue. Proper ticket acquired. Okay, attempt number 2. There's where we just won. That'll be a familiar jersey for some of you watching. This whole wall up in the second floor of the museum is just lined with different football tops from different teams. Never seen so many together. Now this is a football top of a team that is often misconceived as being the most successful football club in the world, but they're not. Al Ahly actually is, so I just thought I'd rectify that. I have to say, in my limited knowledge, I do think the old retro Adidas Originals football tops look quite smart, like the 90s ones like that. Right, so this is like a whole timeline of how it was built and stuff like that. Right, so the stadium first opened and held its first match in 1925, and can you guess what two teams played against each other in that first match? No? Funnily enough, it was AC Milan versus Inter Milan. This is it kind of getting extended to what it looks like now. They've even hosted rugby here. Italy played New Zealand here in 2009, I've just read off the site. Even the Pope's had a wee visit here. Right, so that's the museum done. Let's go see the actual stadium now. So this is the dressing rooms we're heading into now. Right, so now it looks like I'm in the shower room for some reason, and there's loads of cold ice baths lying here as well. Definitely got to be a braver man than me for doing that. Some exercise balls and some like workout slash physio equipment lying in the ground as well there. Many famous footballers went in that toilet. I'm now sat in a chair used by many famous footballers whose names I do not know, but thankfully for me, they're all printed above each chair. And I'm in Rebic's chair. Here's all the cups that AC Milan have won in their time. There are European ones on there too, and the World Cup Winners' Cup obviously. I'm saying this like I've got any idea what any of those things are. Right, so same again, but with Inter Milan instead. Some trophies down there. Not gonna lie, this looks a bit fancier. So I'm getting through there, but the doors are shut this time. Cold baths through there. Gym equipment slash physio equipment as well. Is that a kitchen through there or what? Don't know. No fancy seats in that change room though. Doping control. Didn't realise they were Russian. Oh wow, now this is a spectacle and a half, this. That's where many important people would have sat. And here I am, sat in another chair where many other famous arses would have sat. This opportunity is definitely wasted on me a wee bit, considering my knowledge of football is just absolutely minimal like. Definitely if you were a football fan you'd appreciate this a lot more than what I would right now. Right, so I'm up in the stands now, kind of about halfway up. But a decent enough view of the whole stadium. I think up there is obviously where all the big boss men are sitting, all the commentators and that. I mean, I don't know, I'm guessing. I'll need to have a Google and see why this one's shutting and why they're building a new one, because it's a nice enough stadium and you get a decent enough view. It's better than Hampden anyway. I said that's no hard. I'm that close about this. I feel like I'm in that kind of Mitchell and Webb sketch where they talk about the football is officially going on forever. Sound like I'm in that basically, how clueless I am. Also do need to get and change like these shots, I'm sweating like mad man. That one up there says premium experience and I can see tables and chairs there as well, so I'm guessing that's where your hospitality would be if you ever got AC Milan hospitality. Decent enough view as well from there, I would imagine. Well, I can certainly say this will be somewhere that I'll never be back. Not by choice. It's the fact that it'll be closed soon, you know, so I've definitely gone in the nick of time for seeing it. Oh well. Arrivederci, San Siro. Right, so I'm in the section now with all the Italian stuff, the Italian national team stuff. This is just like a big wall of tickets for previous games of history, like playing Spain in the Copa Mundial España '82. I can only severely apologise for my lack of knowledge on this stuff. You know something, I'm determined to try and find an Italy versus Scotland ticket in here. I'm going to go through it till I find an Italy versus Scotland one. I might be the ultimate specky bastard, but this specky bastard has found it. So on a wall this size with tickets. Scotland versus Italy, Hampden Park, Glasgow, Tuesday 19 November 1965. Well proud I found that. You wouldn't see Scotland in the World Cup nowadays. This is like all the old 1930s Italian football tops. And then on to the 1940s, 1950s, and you get the point, so on and so forth from there till 2023. Big thing on the wall here with all the World Cups and all the winners and stuff like that over here. I'm going to have a look at that. So starting in 1930, going to present day, obviously there's a gap here because there was a World War. So Italy won the World Cup they hosted in 1934 by beating Czechoslovakia 2-1. Unlike Qatar, who got put in the group stages of their own World Cup, but that's what happens when you buy a team. Now this one's a bit of a controversial one and we're not going to get into that. Although one thing I will say is that bit up the top and the bit on the left hand side is not England. Italy made it to the final here in the Mexico World Cup, but Brazil beat them 4-1. 1998 FIFA World Cup, and that was the last time Scotland ever played the World Cup, which was 3 weeks before I was born. So yes, yet to still see Scotland playing the World Cup in my lifetime. The 2018 World Cup there, but missing the 2022 and there's space for it there. And here is the strip worn by Italy when they beat, yes I repeat, beat England in the Euro Cup final in 2021. Love to see that bit, but Italy was actually quite interesting. Even I enjoyed it. I think this is us on the way out now, by the looks of things. Now, how many times as a massive Inter Milan fan do you find yourself eating your tea and looking at your plates and thinking, these are alright, but I just wish they were Inter Milan plates instead. Well, don't worry, they've got you covered. These Inter Milan plates and dishes can be yours for a bargain price of €12.50. I fairly enjoyed that, even if I couldn't appreciate it a lot because obviously I'm not massively into football, but it was good fun anyway. Learned a lot of interesting facts as well. So that's £27 if you buy it before you go, but if you buy it there it's €30, so it's basically there or thereabouts the same price. Oh, and I forgot to tell you how much the flight was this morning. So it was 129 Danish krona, which when I worked it out at the time, worked out at £15.33. So yes, I had a 2-hour flight that cost me £15.33. Can't go wrong with that. Cheers Ryanair. Didn't make a hat-trick this morning though. We had window seats the last 2 days. Today, middle seat with 2 guys either side of me, so wasn't the best, but you can't have it all I suppose. We struck gold yesterday, having a full empty row right now. Well, first things first, I think we need to find the toilet to get changed into these shorts because I'm absolutely sweating right now. Then, we're going to head to the Santa Maria delle Grazie, which is a big church, and there's a famous mural of the Last Supper done by Leonardo da Vinci in there. So I'm quite interested to go and see that, so let's go. Look at me paying for train tickets like a responsible citizen / gimp. That's what we're wanting. And there in the distance is the Santa Maria delle Grazie. Looks awfully busy as well. I tell you something, it is hot today, like it's so humid. Really need to find somewhere to change these shorts, but every public toilet I go near, the floor's just covered in pish, so I don't really fancy that. Rather sweat it out. Oh no, no way. Not a chance. Oh well then, that's the plan, knackered. But anyway, we can have a look from the outside. This guy's playing the violin for me because I'm sad that I didn't get a ticket. So this building was commissioned in 1460 by the Duke of Milan. The reason it's most famous is because it features Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper buried right in there, which I wish we could go and see, but there's no tickets. And it was also badly damaged during World War II, but it's since been restored. Right, so anyways now, I think I'm going to go and check in at my hostel and get changed into some shorts and hopefully dump some stuff in my bag as well to make it a bit lighter. Starting to take its toll hauling this big heavy bag about for the last 3 days. But I hope you've enjoyed the last 3 days as much as I have. I've been thinking it's brilliant. Can't complain with how much Ryanair's charged me to go to all these places. It cost not an awful great deal at all. To be fair, I probably spent a bit worse I've been here and on accommodation and stuff like that. £60 to look at Lego. But I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do enjoy the content, you know what to do. Like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Riyadh on the Move. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. That'll be our oh, never mind, can't speak. Here I am, sat in shit. Oh, messed up. I'll need to have a look into why they're building a new stadium and why this one's shutting. Because it's nice enough, like, you get a decent enough view from the crowd. Sorry, on you go, mate. That one upstairs oh, I can't speak properly, man. Right, so this building was made... No, never mind, it wasn't made, it was commissioned. The most obvious reason that it's famous is because it features Leonardo da Vinci's... Right, anyways, I think now I'm going to go back to the... I'm not going to go back, I'm not checked in yet.